Hello. So it's time to recap the last comp I did. It was a 2-gun comp, but I decided to run the PCC. Okay, so I'm gonna do that thing again where I put the map in the corner, the stage description, maybe this corner, I don't know. So we started on stage 3, progressed to 4, 1, and 2. This was the first stage I did actually shooting it, and I actually felt pretty confident with it because I was hitting pretty well. So the stage was pretty simple. There was a position 1 at 100 yards, position 2 at 90 yards, and at 95 yards, I guess, there was what was called the tripwire. Basically, it was just a string tied between two ammo cans. And then at the end, there was two 66% IPSC targets. So you start at position 1, and you hit each target 3 times, but you can't do a double tap, so you can't in succession hit the same target. So you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you make the 6 hits, and then you crawl to position 2. But at this stage, there is a 20-pound kettlebell that you have to move with you as you're crawling to position 2. And casually, my fuck up was even though I practiced at home doing this crawling motion, when I was actually doing it, I kind of was struggling, especially I think because the PCC barrel is so much shorter than a rifle barrel. I was, occasionally the kettlebell would go a little bit forward of the muzzle, and the RO was really good about calling it, and the gun was unsafe during those movements, but it was still not the best. The bigger fuck up was that I was wearing the same rack that I wore for the shotgun pistol comp. And the rack that I was wearing has 3 mag pouches. They are rifle mag pouches. The person who loaned me the PCC, Eddie, literally gave me a rack for the PCC mags. And I was like, I don't want to wear it. It's antiquated and it doesn't have Velcro and you have to tie it around the back. It doesn't look cool. I want to wear my cool one. I should have worn his because as I was crawling from position 1 to position 2, I lost mags. And in this comp, any mags that are not retained, if they are not empty, are penalties to your time.
You gotta show them the superiority of German and Swiss engineering.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Go, 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 go!
Hustle, hustle. Watch that muzzle.
Yep. Sorry, hands and knees.
Hands and knees.
Push the gun out in front of you.
There you go. There you go.
Go, 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 go!
Keep the gun in front of your left hand. Okay.
So instead of my 57.56 time, I got 177.56 because I dropped 2 mags in the process. Okay, so stage 4, it was on the same long distance, kind of narrow shooting area of the range. There were 3 positions. So each position had an ammo can at 100, 90, and 80, and you had to put your mags into the ammo can. So you started empty, and you had to put at least 1 mag per each in the can. So the intention is you start at position 1, you rip open the ammo can, you throw the mag in, and you shoot the target. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again, and then 1 more hit as a high value. So essentially 7 hits per position. So this one really fucked me up because I felt really solid about taking position 1 prone because I did so well in the last stage. But when it was my turn to go, it suddenly became shady over where the IPSC targets were. And through the scope, I was not able to differentiate the IPSC target from the berm and the foliage. And so you can actually see me struggle. I miss several times and I look up and I have to confirm my sight and then I come back down and hit. So that really slowed me down. I don't know about you, but I'm someone who really does not like when someone is encouraging me. I know that's crazy, but if I'm doing something difficult or I need to be present in my head, I have a really hard time when someone is yelling at me to do a certain thing. And so, love my husband to death. I will never talk ill about my husband, especially on the platform, but I did really have a hard time not turning around and, saying Dan, I need you to just be quiet, right? Because ultimately I know he was trying to be very helpful, but it was very hard for me to get my brain back into the mode of figuring this shit out and getting it done when he was yelling. But my time was not a reflection of him. It was a reflection of like, I can't see and like, this is new to me and XYZ, right? So.
Hi.
Take your time. Go, 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 go. Slow down. Take your time. Smooth. Go, 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 go. Smooth. Slow down. Breathe.
So I ended up not finishing that stage. I think a big part of it was, again, in position 1, I missed so many times and wasted so much time. And so by the time I got to position 3, I parred out. And so each stage for the whole comp is 120-second par. So if you exceed that, anything you don't hit is a 60-second penalty. So I missed 3 shots at the end, so my par time was 280 seconds. So stage 1 was really interesting. The only time I'd ever shot a Texas Star was the last comp, which was shotgun and pistol, and the distance was like, I don't know, 10 yards. It was not very far. So this time I was shooting a PCC that, 1, I'm not super familiar with, and 2, just does not shoot like a shotgun, right? And it was a 50 yards. So it was a lot further. I struggled, I think, to get it, but the good news of a PCC is like, there's so much less recoil. I don't mind kind of spraying and praying. And then after you complete the Texas Star, you make a high value target hit. Once you do that, you sprint 45 laterally out of the berm, you get to your position and you hit a spinner plate. On the spinner, your goal is to hit each plate twice with no double taps. You can choose to spin it to get a reduction time to your total time. Everyone was encouraging me to try, but once I got there, I gave it a couple more hits and realized like I wasn't gonna get it, and I needed to make up for the lost par time from the last 2 stages. And so you can even see at position 2 that like I don't have enough reps with this gun that I like know the intricacies. So you can see the RO say like, hey, you need to rack it. And I'm like, why? He's like, oh, you weren't chambered.
Yep.
Stand by.
Value, drop mag. Run up. Run the bolt.
What?
You weren't chambered. There you go. Now you're good. Bottom. One more. Okay. You can continue if you want to.
My finish time on that was 73.66. So like, not bad. So the final stage, stage 2, was kind of fun because it involved like carrying and running and lateral movement. So you started like, I think 100 yards from your target, and you're carrying your firearm in one hand and this like bag full of brass in the other. And if you're shooting 2-gun, you're carrying your pistol and slinging your rifle. If you're shooting PCC, you're just carrying your PCC. So I get to position 1 and I bring up the gun to start the stage. And then I'm like, chamber flag. And Brandon, the RO, was like, chamber flag. And we forgot to take the chamber flag out at the start position, or the start position of the stage. So then we have to like fuck around where I like rack it and he pulls it out and then we do all the thing. So after that, I'm a little frazzled, right? I'm like, oh my God, I like the chamber flag, whatever. So then I forget that PCC needs to do 8 shots because everyone I've watched has been doing 4 shots because they're doing the 2-gun comp, which the pistol required 4 shots. PCC required 8. So I make the 4 shots and I'm like, yeah, I'm so good. I go to pick up the brass bag and Brandon's like, nope, you gotta do 4 more. I'm like, God damn it. So I throw down the brass bag, I make the 4 shots, pick up the brass bag, and then you run over. So I pick up the brass bag after I make my 8 shots, run to position 2, and I hit the Mini-Mo. Mini-Mo is a mini Mozambique. It's a steel target that has a head and a like credit card sized square on its chest. You knock the head over, it falls backwards, you hit the chest, and the momentum from the chest, it has like a lever in the back, shoots the head back up. And then you grab the brass bag, you go back, you do the same thing again, 8 shots, grab the brass bag, come back. So you'll hear Dan at the end say retain, and I'm like, oh shit, like I don't want to lose points again for not retaining my mags. So at the end, I like go to grab the drop mag, and then was later told you don't have to retain empty mags. So, you know, it happens.
Shooter, are you ready?
Yeah.
I remember
Stand
I
by.
like this. It's similar to A1 target.
Chamber flag. Pull it. Pull it.
Oh, yeah, 2.
Eight hits.
Shit.
Top right. 6. Head first. Good. Reload. Back to the spinner. Go, go, go. 8 hits. No double taps. Mini bow. Reload.
You gotta retain your mag.
All right, you're done. You do not need to retain that bag.
So my par tab on that was 86.70. All in all, I really fucking loved this comp. Not just because the PCC was so much fun, thank you Eddie for that, but because it had like, it was like brutality, like extra light, right? But like we're crawling around in the mud, and you know, some might say I didn't get that muddy, but I did. I was covered in mud. And you know, we had some like more than just gun interactions, right? So like you cut the tripwire, you're carrying a bag, you're moving a kettlebell, you're opening ammo boxes. Like all of that was really fun, and it adds to the both the stress and the time crunch, but also kind of the excitement of it. Like I finished 41 out of 77. I wish I could have done better. I think I did the math, like even if I didn't drop those 2 mags in the beginning, I still would have hit 41st because of the time, partially because I missed those 3 shots. I will say, like, I tell myself this to feel better. Part of why maybe I struggled in comparison to folks is because I got 41 out of 77 against all competitors. So that means even 2-gun people, which have a slight advantage shooting at distance with a rifle, but also second place was a PCC guy. I will say though, out of all the PCCs that competed, there were 12 total out of 77, and I got 4th place. So like, I'm not mad at that. So looking back, obviously there's stuff I would practice, do again, try harder on. But I'm pretty stoked about how I did. Love the PCC, loved the comp, loved getting dirty, and I loved just hanging out with the guys. So much fun. Like and subscribe. Pew, pew, pew. All right. Can't do this. Also, if you're like into stickers and swag, and by swag I just mean stickers because that's all I've made. If you're into stickers, there are stickers on my website. There are some that are pro-gay, there are some that are pro-gun and gay, there are some that are pro-leftist, there are some that are just pro-gun, and then I have my brand sticker. And it's always free shipping, and they're like $3 for the brand sticker and $4 for the regular one, and they're outdoor stickers, so you can just slap them on whatever. So if you like what I do, and you want a sticker, go get one, because I always put a stupid card inside, because I have a terrible sense of humor. Okay. This video is so long, I'm gonna cut it down so much, but it's literally 25 minutes. How do I yap so much? All right, bye.